Okay, welcome everyone to the August edition of Textilers Inspirational Session. We do this every last Saturday of the month where we just come together and invite inspiring women who are trailblazers in tech to tell us about what they do and just sort of so that we could learn from their journey and from their wealth of experience. So this is August edition, and we have two wonderful guests that I'm going to talk about later. But before we go into the guests, you may just be wondering who is Textilers, what are they? Recently I was discussing with someone and she said when she hears textilers, what comes to her mind is something that is fashion related. But I guess the tech before the stylers should give you just some sort of understanding that we're women, so we're stylish, but then we put tech into place. So who are we? Who is Textilers? Textilers was founded on the 30th of May 2022 as a community focused on supporting women who desire to grow in technology. We see ourselves as ladies with a very important superpower, which is the ability to use technology skills to solve real life problems. And what's our vision? Our vision is to bring more women into technology by empowering them with tech skills through training and mentorship. So how do we achieve all of these things that we're trying to achieve? We achieve them by different categories of things that we do. So we have what we call our deep dive sessions, which are technical sessions where we teach women or anybody that wants to join us anyway, technical skills that can make them valuable and employable, that can make them valuable in the workplace and all of that. Then every last Saturday of the month, we have this inspirational session because we understand that apart from having technical skills, sometimes there are other soft skills that we need that help us to do well in tech. And also we invite inspirational leaders in technology who have a lot of experience that we can learn from. So these are our social media handles. On LinkedIn, we are Textilers. We have a WhatsApp group we have a YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel, we upload all of our technical training sessions there. So just go to YouTube and search for Textilers. And on Instagram also, we are Textilers. On Twitter, we're also tech_Tylers. So follow us on all our social media handles so that you don't miss out on all of the fantastic things that we have in store. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce the guests that we have with us today, the wonderful trailblazing women. Before I go talk about the guests, we have housekeeping rules throughout this meeting. If you're not speaking, please mute your mic. Let's also be aware that this session is being recorded for future viewing of people who may not be on the call. Also, we understand that you may have questions for the guests. So instead of interrupting them, please put your questions down. After the guests, then we will take the questions when the guest is done speaking. Also, remember to follow our social media handles and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, who is our special guest of today? Our first special guest of today is Manonmani VS, for short, Dynamic Mano. I actually totally love our Twitter handle, which is Dynamic Mano. I find it very, like the word dynamic, I just feel like it carries a lot of power already. And Mano, who is Mano? Mano is a principal pre-sales architect, and she's been a Dynamic 365 consultant for quite over 10 years. She's worked across different organizations and even in different countries, but she's currently a principal pre-sales architect at Verada in Sydney, Australia. I would not talk too much about her. This is just giving us like a teaser. She's going to tell us a lot more about herself and what she does. So at this point, I will hand over the mic to Mano. Hi, Manu. It's a pleasure to
Hi,
have you here
Olayinka.
today.
Hello,
I will
Foyin.
stop. I will stop sharing my screen now so that you can share and then keep it going.
Yep. Hello again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session. I'm really glad, and it's a different experience for me to meet the other side of the world. Like, I have never been spoken in any of Nigeria events that you guys, like the textilers events that you have been conducting so far. I have spoken to different other user groups, but it's the first time. But I've been noticing this. The reason is it's because of the timing for me. It's 3 a.m. now, so I never got an opportunity to attend or meet you guys. But it's really my pleasure today to be with you here, and I really thank you all for the opportunity to bringing me on the stage today. So without further ado, let me just start sharing my screen. Well, I hope it's visible. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen now.
Yep. Thank you. Well, so today I know it's going to be an inspirational session, but I will be like just bringing in a little bit of tech touch to it, and not very technical, but it's more of a pre-sales kind of stuff to let know like what how we can enable our sales team and a bit about me. Bit about the agenda today. So we will be covering like I will first begin with my Microsoft community journey, where I started, how I ended up into being a community contributor, and then we will cover some of the topics that's really top notch and really an eye candy in the Dynamics 365 sales app, like sales accelerator, sequences, insight cards, conversational intelligence. And I hope this will be insightful for you. And more about me. So I'm Manonmani, Valengri Sivaswamy. It's too long, so I've just kept it as Manonmani VS in short. And yeah, you can call me Mano. And I'm a Microsoft Business Applications MVP and a Microsoft certified trainer as well. So I work as a principal pre-sales architect at Veltrada, Sydney. Prior to this, I have been working with Ernst& Young and different other organizations, mostly in Singapore. So last year, I migrated to Sydney. And I have spent more than a decade with Dynamics 365. I can say I just started with CRM, and I think I'm loving this journey so far. It's just an amazing platform for me, and it's definitely it has definitely given me a lot of opportunities to explore not just the product capabilities, but what organizations can do with it, and beyond beyond just a software. Like it just enables you to go beyond just exploring one product to like a different suite, bringing different suite of products like ERP and everything. So it just started as D365 CRM, but now it's like gone what we call as BizApps. And you may follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter. I will just share this slide later as well and put some links. So let me now talk about my community journey. So it was in 2019 that I was like a little bit aware of what Microsoft community is. Before that, I was like every other IT professional, just going to my day job and working and getting back home, doing my chores. That's it. But when I started interacting with community people, and that's when I realized that we can contribute back. Like we always go read blogs, and if we have some issues we just Google and fix it, but it's really the Microsoft community members who contribute there. So I wanted to be one among them as well. And in Singapore we didn't have a big community. I mean, the community presence was very less compared to US or the Europe region or Australia region. It was not very dominant. So a few of the Dynamics 365 professionals, like including me, we came up with the idea of like coming up with a community for Dynamics in Singapore, and we started with some user groups, and then finally we formed this Asians MS Bisaps UG. I'm one among the community leads still there as well. And no, no, it was not, it started in Singapore, but we were able to expand it to other Asian countries like Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and now with New Zealand as well. And we have monthly events there, and also quarterly and annual conferences happening. And we're supported by Microsoft Singapore predominantly. And what we realized was like, in all those events we didn't have a lot of women attending. It was more a male dominant community, so we wanted to bring some difference, and we thought, okay, maybe we should have something specific, because women in Asian countries are a little bit shy, and they don't really expose themselves much, and they don't really step into the community. So we wanted to create a safe environment for them where they don't feel inferior, and they feel like more confident to come up and speak up. So we thought like we will come up with the Asians MS Women in Tech. And initially it was really a struggle for us to get people to on board, but I would say thanks to COVID, like we were able to go online, and that's when women really showed up for the event, and it was a big hit for us. In 2020 June we started this, and still running it for like a couple of years now, successfully completed 3 years. And last year I moved to Sydney in 2021 January, and I was given an opportunity to work with Sydney Bisaps Women by Olina, and I'm contributing there as well, supporting them. And this Sydney Bisaps Women's Group is a bit unique because we don't just do tech alone. Our sessions cover like celebrating women's success, mentoring, and also helping women to find jobs, and also personal development, like, yeah, anything that a BSAPS professional would really need, like it's just supporting each other, supporting other women to also raise up. And yeah, so that's pretty much about that group. And the fourth one is the ID transfer launch. So that's pretty new. We have just started it last month. Um, this one, along with Alexandra Harbatanko and Tatiana Papko, she's in Spain. So we thought like, we had the same idea that a lot of people are transferring from, or doing a career switch from different field to Microsoft technologies. Like like for example, during COVID, we know the airline situations. A lot of people lost their jobs, right? So that time, we realized that we got a chance to speak to one person who was a pilot and moved to being a Power Platform developer. And I mean, there's so many career moves, if you are aware of, in LinkedIn and Twitter, that has been shared so far, like a security officer becoming solution specialist in Power Platform, or an accountant turning into a FinOps consultant in Dynamics 365, or a Business Central consultant. So these are not really easy to do, but very challenging. And, and they did do it. They made that switch. So what we're trying to do in this community is like trying to provide that mentorship and confidence for anyone who wants to do that career switch, and connecting the non-IT people with the IT candidates, IT community, so that they find and have an opportunity to network with them, and also find a mentor to mentor them, and get the strategies to work on the learning path, the learning materials, and also how they can step into the first IT job. So that's pretty much what that group is about. It's bit different from the others. So I'm really glad that the community has given me so much opportunities to contribute back into the workforce. So apart from that, I do blogging, and I'm a people person. I like to connect with people and try to help at a personal level. So that's pretty much me. Uh, so in 2020 November, I was 2020 November, I think, yeah, that's when I was awarded as a Microsoft BizApps MVP, and I'm really glad that I have been honored by Microsoft for all the contributions that I have been doing for the community, and I'm glad to be here on the stage with you all to share my journey in Microsoft community. So what I believe is like I believe in three C's: commitment, contribution, and collaboration throughout. So these are quintessential for a successful community, and I hope we will all have that spirit. And with that as a takeaway, I'll move into the technical session with sales session. So today I'll be talking about how to enable digital selling for a sales team using Microsoft's Dynamics 365 Sales. So not really a lot of slides. I'll quickly get straight into the demo so that we don't waste a lot of time here on the slide. So what you're looking at is the Dynamics 365 Sales homepage, the dashboard. Um, um, why do we need Dynamics 365 Sales? What is so special about this product? When we talk about a sales success, successful sales, the way I see it is, let's break it into two pillars: quantity and quality. Your sales team's success really depends on how much, how much time they spend with the customer, the quantity, how much time they dig into the data to bring out some insights. Like they spend a lot of time in finding the right opportunity, right lead to contact with, the right customer to talk to. Who should I be talking to next in a day? If I open up my dashboard like this, who should I be talking to today? What are the tasks that I should be finishing first? So there's a lot of things going on in their brain, right, in your within your sales team. So they are typically stuck with this software application in front of them, and they're spending more time digging into this data there rather than spending more time with the customers. So that's typically what happens in a sales team. They don't rather than spending their valuable time with the customer interaction, they go into the system and spend more time into finding the information, finding the details, drilling down into the details of the customer. So that's being a very big challenge. So um, and another aspect is the quality of uh, the conversation that you have with your customer, or so, and that relies on the quality of data that you hold in front of you on this monitor. So when you open up the screen, you should know, like, when you talk to a customer, you should know what you should talk, what is the previous history, what's the conversation that has happened previously, and are you talking in the context of the customer's previous interaction. So all this really matters for a successful sales, right? So when that is the case, are we able to meet that with the existing sales strategy? It's a status quo. So that's when uh, we think of digital selling. So Microsoft has come up with this product called that Dynamics 365 Sales, and it has some AI capabilities and enhanced capabilities, and those capabilities are put together for in accelerating the sales, like through digital selling, and through uh, um, uh, like topics like conversational intelligence or sales accelerator, or you have the sales insight stuff and also the playbook. So we will cover a few of those that will be really helpful when you have a typical sales team working with customers. So the first thing in the agenda I wanted to cover today is sales accelerator. So if I navigate to the sales accelerator page here on my sales app, what I see here is an intelligent work list. This is called an intelligent work list. So typically you get to know like who should I contact next? What am I supposed to do? So you're supposed to contact Gabriella, and the reason is her lead score is grade A and 84, and it's improving. So this is coming from artificial intelligence. The predictive model behind the scene is scoring this particular lead. Uh, and the score is very high, so it just pops up on the top of your screen, so you're not missing a highly potential customer, and you're gonna initiate a conversation with them in the first place. Without this lead score, you're not going to see the customer. You're just going to go sort by date, sort or just take a random lead and work on that and spend your time there, right, as a salesperson. And that doesn't really help you in accelerating your sales. And apart from that, when you work on this lead, you're going to be like having a set of activities. What are you supposed to do next? Okay, yeah, I have a follow-up call and have added it already. I'm going to just complete this activity and mark it as complete. And after this, what am I supposed to do? So there comes like once you complete this, the next activity comes up automatically for you, and that is called sequence. So these sequences are set up by your admins in the back end. So what they typically do is under the sales accelerator feature, you have your sequences here, and you get an opportunity to set up a set of actions that needs to be done based on some validation rules. Like it's like a flow. So when I click this, I can actually view the sequence. So this sequence says like nurturing new lead nurturing. So that's the sequence name. And what happens is when a lead nurtures based on the data that you see in the system, in the backend, the configuration is being done. So it just follows a workflow typically as configured here. It's called sequence, and you have to send an email, and it's using an email template. Automatically the template is picked up, and after sending the email, just wait for 5 days and send a reminder email, and again wait for 5 days. If you haven't received any response, then call the customer and again wait for email, and see how the conversation goes. Then either send a thank you email or schedule a meeting with them, in-person meeting. So this is something that an admin configures, and each of these sequence can be associated with manually associated with a lead or opportunity or any or account, any record, or you could also associate with a segment of records. So what happens is this sequence is applied on all the leads in your system, and it just pulls up the right lead, and it just gives you a guidance of what has to be done next. The next best action is provided with this sequence. So that's pretty much about the sequences. And sales accelerator actually allows your sales team to accelerate sales with all this insightful information and coming up with this intelligent list for the salesperson to work on. And this can be filtered based on the record type or the activity type. So you could have tasks, emails, phone calls, etc. Based on that, you could just filter and start working on those. And if you go to the workspace here under the sales insight setting, you will notice that you could just configure the record types that you want to apply the sales accelerator for the sequences for. So currently it's configured for leads and opportunities, but if you want, you could configure for other entities as well. But currently the system only supports these entities. Well, apart from that, if you go, I have talked about sequence, I have talked about sales accelerator. I will also show you about the insight cards. So that's another cool feature. So if you go into the Sales Hub app and if you move on to the dashboards, you will see a sales assistant here. Previously, this was called as relationship assistant. And this one gives you some notifications like reminders of like opportunities closing soon, or you will also have some more reminders like opportunities close date has passed already. So these are the cards. So each card will have some minimal information on what's happening in the system behind. So without this notification, you might lose on a really critical important opportunity or high value opportunity, right? So that's the reason why this has been set up. So from here, like when you start your day, you will have these reminders in place, and you can just straight away navigate into this opportunity and start working on it. But sometimes if you configure it differently, you could also just send an email or call the customer immediately. So it depends on how you set it up. So the way you set it up is again in the Insight settings. So here you have Insight cards, and you go to the sales assistant, and here are the existing cards, but not everything is turned on. Some of them are turned on and some of them are turned off. So by right, a system administrator can configure all these cards, and there are out of box cards as well for you to give set some reminders. For example, overdue invoices and recent meeting reminder, missed close date coming soon, no activity with contact. So if there is no activity with contact for like couple of months, and a reminder will pop up, and at that point of time, the salesperson can make a contact with the customer and establish that conversation and establish that relationship with that customer, so that you don't lose that customer in future. So these are out of box configured ones, but you could just very well customize your own card and make it pop up in the dashboard as well. And another thing is like you don't have to have so many cards, so you could just turn off. Like as a user, you will have the ability to turn off and turn on whatever cards you think is like appropriate for you. So that's a pretty cool feature. And like for example, if I go into new insight card, you have a lot of templates available. It's like if you're familiar with Power Automate, it's pretty much similar to Power Automate flow. You just create it in a canvas without writing any code. See, it says create an insight card with Power Automate. So that's pretty much about Insight cards. And another feature that I wanted to highlight is the conversation intelligence. So if you see on the right hand side, currently this is not integrated with Teams, but by right you could embed the Teams app on this sales hub itself, so that you're like interconnected. So from Dynamics 365 sales, you could just make your Teams call and also collaborate on a Teams chat regarding the particular lead or opportunity. And you can also add your collaborate on a particular channel as well. So all that is possible, but that comes with the integration. Like what you do in Teams is pretty much what you do here as well. But what I wanted to show here is the conversational part, like what happens when a Teams call happens. I mean, after a team call happens. For example, this was a phone call from Jeremy Johnson to a customer, and let's see what happened in this phone call. This has been recorded and it appears on the timeline of this lead to opportunity. So when I open this record, I get to see the call summary, and on the call summary overview, so there are some notes actually, and you will see a transcript here on the right hand side. The entire call is recorded as well and transcribed as well, and you will see some keywords highlighted here for you to remember. This is all automatically done in the back end. The AI model does this for you, so it's not something like you will be highlighting it. And you could just have a quick look of important keywords, and you have an option to add your comments as well against whatever has been spoken in the meeting. And also the call is
So,
being recorded.
yes, I have a quick question. So this
Yeah,
call, is this the Teams call?
yes, it's the Teams call
The Teams
that's
call.
being
Okay.
recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so when you play this, you will get to listen to, you'll be able to listen to the call that has been recorded earlier. And also you will have the opportunity to add some tags so that later you can come and search on that particular tags. And also you have like the call duration, etc. And if you go to notes, you can add, or if you have added the notes, you can come and revisit that as well. And action items, so if you have discussed on any of the action items during the call, that will appear here as well so that you don't miss on anything mentioned. So these are again automatically captured keywords, like those are the same ones that are highlighted here. Yeah, so these are the mentions. So if you click on this, it just takes you directly into that particular point to get more information on what has been discussed about fourth coffee or what has been discussed about IoT sensors. It just takes you there so that you can reference, and also points you in the conversation as well. So yeah, so that's pretty interesting stuff, right? You have all these options so that you don't miss anything after a call with your customer. So that's a cool feature. So yeah, so there's more beyond this, like you have a sales playbook, and you have deal manager to manage the opportunities. The the sales capabilities has been like really enhanced now, and Microsoft is continuously working on this, and these AI capabilities are actually really cool, and customers are really happy with this. And sometimes when we talk to customers about these capabilities, they're really so excited to get their hands on it and give it a try. And and there's so much potential this product could offer for the sales team to manage manage the revenue. Yep. So that's pretty much I wanted to cover on the sales AI capabilities today. And let me go back to the thing. Okay. So yeah, Q&A. Any questions? I don't see any questions on the chat. I had just one question from Foyin.
Yeah, I also don't see any questions. But thank you so much. It's been really enlightening and fantastic. And I wanted to just like track back a little to something that really struck me when you were talking about your community journey. Yeah. I find it really inspiring when you said after you guys started the Asian Microsoft user group, then at some point you saw that it was male dominated, and because the women are usually shy and they don't want to expose themselves and things like that. And then you created the women VSAPs group, just creating a safe space for women. I found it really relatable because I mean that was why Foyin started textilers. There was this power apps user group, but then she noticed it was all men and a few women. And then she was like, okay, let me create this safe space for women. And it's been actually really impactful because over the period of 2 or 3 years now that it's been founded, we've been able to help a lot of women to either pivot from different career fields into tech and things like that. And the demo on dynamic sales, like I didn't actually know that there was so much artificial intelligence involved in Dynamics 365, like all of those insight cards, all of the highlighting the keywords. I'm not a salesperson, but I've done sales before, and I'm just imagining how much value that would have added if I had access to a lot of all of those capabilities. There's also some comments on the group from Cheryl. I really enjoyed the demo and also hearing about your journey. Okay, thank you, Cheryl, and thanks everyone.
Yeah.
If there are no other
Thanks,
questions,
Cheryl.
Foyi.
Yeah, I'd like to ask, so if we were to, because a lot of us are kind of a bit on the power platform side or the data side. So if we were to start to try our hands on like dynamic sales, how do we get started? And like where can we get the trial version of it? Basically, how can we learn a bit more about it?
Yeah, so you could sign up for a 30-day trial. It's pretty straightforward, and all these capabilities that I have been showing today in this session, it's around it's in the trial version is what I have shown. So
Okay.
you can get your hands on it, and if you wanted to learn it, then there are some courses available, Microsoft Docs and Learn, and they can just leverage that. But if you're taking it to a customer, you're trying to sell this product, then you could just pretty much spin up a demo in a few click, and you could just get started. It's very easy. Whatever I have discussed today, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, out of box. There's nothing that you have to configure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That
So
sounds good.
something from Cheryl. She wanted to know what. Okay, I was particularly interested in what you're doing around helping people transfer to Power Platform. Well, hello, Cheryl. That's an interesting question. So, what I do personally is like some women connect with me, not just women, yeah, people connect with me in LinkedIn, and they ask me about is it really an easy thing to do, and also is it really achievable, and if I feel like it's something, I mean, I try to match, like for example, if one of my friend is she's into accounts, and I try to like guide her into moving into a Dynamics 365 FinOps or a Business Central line. And the other one, she was like more into she was into IT, but not into Power Platform. So it was like a easy move for her, I would say, like a beginning level candidate, and it was an easy journey for her. So it's just like understanding at a personal level what their current interests are, and uh, and how how much we can, like how much effort is required. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Manu. It's been wonderful having you on the show. Again, thank you for, I mean, agreeing to join us in the middle of the night at your time zone. We'll really appreciate it, and we would keep in touch with you. Um, I will just go straight to our second speaker. I will quickly share my screen.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, thank you,
yeah.
everyone. And I have just posted my details here.
Okay, thank you. Our second speaker for today is drum rolls for Franca Ibuzo. Franca is one of our own. She's a co-mentor in the data analytics with Power BI with me, and it's been wonderful. I mean, since she joined us last year, she's added so much value to us. She's a Microsoft certified trainer, and she has over a decade of experience helping people transition into tech careers. She's the CEO of Cheska Global Solutions, an organization that provides training. So they provide training in different technology skills for anyone trying to transition into tech from any field at all. We usually call her. So that's basically my tip of the iceberg intro about Franca, and I'll leave Franca to take us through the rest of tell us about herself and then tell us um about our journey basically and inspire us. So Franca, you have the mic and drum rolls for
Lady
Franca.
Franca, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Uh,
you.
stop sharing my
Good
screen now.
morning. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, please tell me if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen now.
Hey.
I'm already
trying to-
inspired by your first slide.
Thank you, Yinka. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're joining. Mano, that was an amazing session. Thank you. Yes, so
Thank
today,
you.
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. My topic actually is if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to you. Your future is in your hands. Okay, Yinka introduced me. I'll just go over it again. My name is Franca Ibuzo, CEO at Cheska Global Solutions. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, business intelligence expert, professional scrum master. I'm a Microsoft Data Analyst Associate, an IT consultant, and a mentor with textiles on Power BI, just like Yinka just mentioned. These are my social media handles. On LinkedIn, I'm Franca Ibuzo. On Facebook, Franca Ibuzo. On Twitter, I'm Cheska11. Okay, let me see. Okay, my story. I'll talk about myself. I am passionate about capacity development in tech with expertise in data analytics. I have successfully consulted for clients leveraging the agile mindset to deliver end-to-end projects. I'm an entrepreneur, a team player, result-oriented, self-starter, with excellent communication skills and highly proficient leveraging data to make informed decisions. My journey so far, I'm still on a journey. But so far, I'm a graduate of the University of Lagos with well over 25 years experience in marketing, training, and the IT industry. I'm a mentor, and I empower and inspire and encourage and also coach people on digital transformation and ensure that they grow. Yeah, my work experience, I've worked for Tara Consulting. I've worked for Seaside Data Limited. Seaside Data, I was practically managing the company because the CEO was based in Canada. So I did the marketing and I did a lot of training. my customers, I had Union Bank was one of my customers, and CBN, and we had a lot of training. And then I was training on Microsoft Office, the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and they sent people. Actually, most of the training was in-house, so, and they had lots of people to be trained there in Union Bank, and we're making a lot of money from that. And also, I went for a course on Oracle in Canada for 3 months, and when I came back, we had projects with CBN, and we're doing very well with Oracle in CBN. And with all this training, especially with Microsoft training I was doing, I was doing most of the job. And I said, why can't I do this myself? Actually, that was why I started my business, Cheska Technology and Systems Limited. And I set it up and I started doing my business. And most of the time, I started small, actually. I started with one room in my parents' house, and that was my office. But most of the training I had was in-house at the facility of the client, which was good. But my office was just one room at home. And I was doing very well with that. I was also a part-time lecturer at Lagos Business School. I was lecturing on same things, Microsoft Office. That's Excel, the usuals. And after some time, like I wanted a change, so I traveled out. I went to the US. I was away for about 10 years between US and UK. Yeah, and I'll tell you what I was doing while I was abroad. I was doing affiliate marketing, and we set up a business called Global Business Network. There we inspire, empower, and equip entrepreneurs. We build a close community of business owners who encourages and supports each other to build successful and sustainable businesses. We encourage them to network and do business. We also provide a forum for mentoring entrepreneurs who are aspiring to go into businesses or those whose businesses are still upcoming. So when Mano was speaking, I relate with what she was talking about. So basically, that was what we're doing, because our mission was to promote, it's still on, Global Business Network. It's to promote wealth creation of the global community by providing the opportunity for entrepreneurs to network and develop entrepreneurial skills, ICT skills, and leadership skills. Okay, and our vision is to contribute to the development and poverty alleviation through networks, like what we have, communities. Okay, we do empowerment to an ICT. And our vision is also to ensure that poverty is alleviated through networks, ICT, and empowerment. And these are objectives: encouraging national and international networking among entrepreneurs, developing entrepreneurial and leadership skills. We do a lot of training also on soft skills and ICT training, empowering and building ICT capacity in entrepreneurs, and generating and developing ICT capabilities in entrepreneurs. We also contribute to development and poverty alleviation through ICT. These are our objectives. Yeah. And okay, this over there, when in UK, We had exhibitions, like I mentioned. We brought some businesses together, some entrepreneurs, and we had exhibitions, which was organized by us, Global Business Network in the UK. And after some time, I saw the gap in Nigeria, and I decided to come back to fill in the gap. When I came back to Nigeria, I registered a company again, and we named it Cheska Global Solutions Limited. Our mission here is to foster wealth creation through bridging the gap between data and decision making in businesses. And our vision is we're bridge builders. We just say we're bridge builders for businesses, because we all need to acquire digital skills and evolve as the world evolves, because it's an evolving world. I mean, the change is constant. So we need to acquire digital skills. We need to keep evolving with the evolving world. And our values is integrity, accountability, diligence, perseverance, and collaboration. Very big in collaboration. We collaborate with individuals, we collaborate with companies, we partner with companies to do businesses. And Cheska Global Solutions, we are business intelligence experts, data management, IT, an IT consulting company too. We also assist people to transition into tech careers with highly sought after and globally recognized certifications. Some of these, we can see that some of the services we render, and we assist people to do the certifications. We train them, coach people for certification courses. Okay. I was an ex officio on the National Executive Council of the Nigerian Computer Society. I was on the conferences committee for over 5 years, and I'm also a member of the Computer Professionals Registration. Yeah, because my background is computers. Yeah, I studied computer science. I was an assistant lecturer at the Lagos Business School, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm an alumnus of the Emerging Entrepreneurs Program of the Fate Foundation. So this is me when I was on the National Executive Council of the Computer Association of Nigeria, and that's Tinubu when he was the governor of Lagos State. We paid him a courtesy visit, the president and the vice president, and me as ex officio. This was some time back. Okay, also, I belong to an organization called the Junior Chamber International. So this is my Junior Chamber International is the leadership development organization with a mission of providing development opportunities that empower young people to create positive change around the world. I'm a past president of JCI Ikeja, director of training JCI Ikeja, national director of training JCI Nigeria, and international graduates of the Junior Chamber International Institute. I'm also a JCI senator. Yeah, with JCI, we do a lot of training, soft skill training, personal development, management skills, and I'm a coach. I'm an international graduate. So we train the trainers also. I've traveled to several places to train as a junior chamber. Okay, my belief and hobby. I believe that service to humanity is the best work of life. That's one of my beliefs. Service to humanity is the best work of life. I love traveling. I enjoyed my trip to Hawaii as a junior chamber. I traveled to Hawaii for the World Congress and traveled to several places with junior chambers within Africa and outside Africa, in the US. We've gone to Las Vegas also for World Congress. Hawaii was one of I call it a life experience because it was a lovely trip to Hawaii. I've also gone to Las Vegas for the Comdex. That's the world's biggest computer exhibition. It's called Comdex in Las Vegas. So the business of the day, if it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, can you hear me loud and clear? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Franca. We can hear you.
Okay, okay. So if it is to be, it's up to you. If you think you can, then you can. But if you think you can't, then you cannot. Either way, you are right. So we should have a positive attitude. Should believe in ourselves that we can do it. You can do it if you really want. There's this song that says, you can do it if you really want, but you must try, try and try, try and try. You succeed at last. I'm sure you all know it. Yeah, if you perceive and believe something long enough, you would someday achieve it. Yeah, these are some of my favorite inspirational quotes. Your aptitude and attitude determines your altitude. Yeah, aptitude, that's why we need to develop ourselves. We need to, I always encourage people, nobody is too old to take courses. I'm still on the journey of, I'm still doing my certifications. Yeah, and nobody's too old to study. And I always say that when you stop studying, when you stop learning, one starts dying. So we need to continue learning. So your aptitude and your attitude, your behavior determines your altitude, the height you will get to. So I love this scripture that says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Yeah. So you can do it. We can do it. So keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive because your words become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive because your behavior becomes your habits. Keep your habits positive because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. This is it. Yeah, so we need to have a positive attitude all the time. I can believe that you can do it. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. That's why we need to keep learning. To succeed today, we must be in a constant state of adaptation, continually learning, unlearning, and relearning. We need to continually analyze, evaluate, and challenge knowledge to ensure it is relevant and up to date. So our knowledge needs to be relevant and up to date. If you don't keep learning, one becomes obsolete. Yeah. So if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Yeah, this is a well-known African proverb. Yeah, it's used to motivating people around the world to strive for education for all. So we should focus on developing ourselves. The more valuable we make ourselves, the more value we attract. We should become persons of value. Do not seek value in things. We get paid for what we know and what we do. We should keep adding value to people. That's how we get paid. Learning alone cannot happen without earning. So when you learn, when you're adding value to people, you earn from it. You get paid for adding value. Yeah. Okay, both learning and earning are equally important, but without balance, the value of each diminishes. Okay, one philosopher says that the more you learn, the more you earn. Yeah, that's why we need to keep learning. So career development happens only with learning, but by earning. Unlearning is the process of discarding something from our memory. Yes, the things we don't need, we need to unlearn them. Unlearn and learn new things, relevant things. Be up to date. So when you unlearn something, you forget it, put it aside, and you lose knowledge of it. So we need to learn new things. Some things to learn and unlearn. So here are things to learn about life. You must stay happy. Say happiness can seem really hard to find, especially given the uncertainty in our world right now. What is happiness? What do you understand by happiness? What makes you happy? I'll say that happiness is not having what you want, but wanting what you have. Wanting what you have, being content with what you have. When I say content, I don't mean you should be complacent, but be content with what you have, and that will make you happy. Yeah, don't say, I mean, you want this, you want that. Yes, but we need to aspire. We need to aspire to get these things, but let's be content with what we have and aspire for more. Yes. So we should. So happiness is not having what you want, yeah, but wanting what you have, being content with what you have. The key to staying happy often lies in our thoughts, decisions, and daily habits. So 4 ways to stay happy. Yeah, because if it is to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to the your future lies in your hands. You spend time pursuing your passions. These are um, one of the ways to stay happy. Yeah, do what you're passionate about. Think about what really makes you happy, whether it's reading, playing, a musical instrument, or some other hobby, whatever your hobby is. It's also great if you could make your business. What's your business? What do you like to do? You could um, you could use it to earn money and have it as a business. If it is it's cooking do you like to cook? Whatever you like to do, um, pursue your passion. Then you can also, again, you can choose a fulfilling career that really makes you happy. Do what you really love to do, not just a career that makes you money. Your career, you should enjoy what you're doing. Don't just work for the money. Get a career that you are passionate about, that you love to do, something that you love to do, and you earn from it. Surround yourself with caring, loving people, people that celebrate you. Surround yourself with them. Think about all of the people in your life, whether they are friends or family. Ask yourself if these people celebrate you. Surround yourselves with them. Also, spend your free time helping others. I mentioned earlier that service to humanity is the best work of life. And that's why I joined, I'm working with textilers because it's service to humanity. Service to humanity is the best work of life. Okay, so your future is in your hands. You are what you deep driving desire. Yeah, you are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so are your efforts. And as your efforts are, so is your destiny. So your future is in your hands. So, we also have a pet project we call the Cheska Tech Ideas. Our mission here is to empower individuals with the tools, skills, and capabilities which they need to participate effectively in the digital economy. We're focusing on tech skills for employability to train globally by preparing people to be employable. Yeah, we all need to acquire digital skills and evolve as the world evolves. So, so what we do, okay, this is our Facebook page, Cheska Tech Ideas 1. Because the training, some people can't afford the training. So what we do is we ask for sponsorship for them because we know we need to get people off the streets. So Cheska Tech Ideas is helping young school leavers and adults learn new tech skills so they can find a job and get off the streets. So we call for people to join us and become sponsors. And this is our contact. Because a lot of people, because with these certifications, with this training, people get certifications and they can get jobs. They can get jobs, remote jobs too. Okay. Yeah. Any questions for me? Thanks for having me, Skywals. Any questions?
Thank you so much, Lady Franca. While we're
You're
waiting for the
welcome.
questions, I just wanted to say that I was really inspired by the part where you said you should spend your free time helping others, and something about helping others being the most rewarding work of life, something like that. I found that really, really good because for me, it's something that I also live by and I find very relatable. When you help others, it just looks like it comes back to you in multiple folds. So I just always, and especially when it's in, like maybe in learning, when you're learning something and then you try to teach people what you already know, it has a way of helping you understand it better. So thank you so much for the session. There's one hand up. I think Rachel has a question. Rachel, you can go.
Okay, that was okay. Let me just respond to you, Yinka. Okay, that was service to humanity is the best work of life. Yeah. Yes, service to humanity. Yes, service to humanity is the best work of life. Yes. Okay, Rachel, go on. Go on.
Okay, thank you very much. There's something I've understood recently from attending textiles that when you are learning something, you have to have a goal. Like, what are you learning towards, or what is your purpose while you are learning this? And so, okay, I figured that out. And there's one thing I want to ask about is that you talked about having your own business, having doing different things along the way. And there's one thing I have noticed too, that when you are growing in your journey, you have different challenges. You have different challenges. Most of them might be imposter syndrome. You are not confident enough, stuff like that. So I'm trying to ask that how do you stay focused on your journey? Like, you already know what you want. You already know what you want already. So how do you stay focused on your journey? Yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
Okay, did you say you already know what you want? How do you stay focused on what you want?
Yes. Yes.
How do you Are you talking about how do you start your business, or how you said? No, I didn't get the question properly. Can you go through it again?
Okay.
Because if you already know what you want, yeah, go on. Yeah, just go through the question again.
Okay, I already know what I want, but I know
Yeah.
that it take me years to get there, to get to that particular place where I want to. So I'm asking that what if how do you stay focused on your dream? How do you stay focused on your goal? Because you have so many challenges along the way. So how do you pave through those challenges? That is kind of my question.
Oh, okay. Yes. How do you stay focused if you have challenges? Of course, I didn't really talk about my challenges, but every business has challenges. If you want me to tell you about my challenges, but your challenges, remember, they're called challenges. They're not obstacles. You should overcome your challenges and just stay focused on what you want. Yeah. You need to decide on what you want to do. Since you already know what you want to do, yeah, then stay focused on it. If you talk about challenges, there are challenges everywhere. Let me just even mention some of my challenges. When uh, Foyi called me to speak today, my system was down. Yeah, my system was down, and my backup, I couldn't use my backup, so I sent it in. This was on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday. So I had just 2 days. I said, wow, I was going to turn it down, but I said no. I said no. So I sent my computer in for repairs, and it just came back on Thursday. So I just had Friday to. So there are challenges. Are you talking about electricity? When we're about to start, my electricity went off actually, and we had to turn on the generator. So there are challenges, but you don't, you overlook them. You try and overcome those challenges. So stay focused on what you want. Okay. So Rachel,
Okay.
are you there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
because
Yeah. Yeah. There's another. Yeah.
there's another and but before we go to the other person, I just wanted to say, like Rachel, another way to overcome challenges is to surround yourself with people of like minds and people who are also pursuing the same goal as you, so that at different points in time when you're discouraged, those people can encourage you, and then you can have also mentors that you're looking up to. So this person, and that's why we have these inspirational sessions too, so that those people's lives can give you like sort of something to look forward to. Like the reason I'm doing this is because I want to be like Foyin. I want to be a big madam in some certain place. So it just keeps you going because you can see the goal that is ahead of you that you want to get to. The next hand, we have another hand.
Sorry,
Cosmas.
Yinka, I just wanted to circle into what you said. So before Rachel's question came up, something else I really liked about Lady Franca's presentation was the fact that you need to surround yourself with the right people, people that make you happy. Have those people around you. Stay away from toxic relationships because it drains you, right? People that you don't understand each other, things are being misinterpreted every time. Any small thing, the person is saying, oh, but you are spending hours settling issues that doesn't have any meaning, you know. Those kind of relationships, just reduce them or bring them down to zero in your life and have people around you that understand you, that love you, that cheer you up, and everything sinking back to what Yinka has said. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Exactly. That's why we are having this session. Remember, the topic is if it's to be, it's up to me. And your future is in your hands. So whatever challenges you have, say, I can do it. I can make it. Have a positive attitude every time, Rachel. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
All right.
Cosmos
So
So,
let's
has.
have Cosmas' question.
Okay.
okay. Good evening.
Good
Can you
evening,
hear me?
Cosmos. Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you,
we can hear
Cosmos.
you.
Yes.
Actually, it's like I'm in the midst of ladies. I
Oh, it's fine. You're welcome.
you guys. Actually, I saw the link in a friend's page, so I clicked to find myself here. I don't really know much about what is happening, so I don't know. and I joined late. I don't know whether I can be given a summary or put on the known on what is happening here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Cosmas, for your question. We can try to give you a summary, but I mean, I'll try to summarize it to the best of my ability. And also what this meeting is about. So Textilers is a community of women, well, a community that is focused on supporting women who want to get into technology, who want to get technology skills and build careers in tech. However, we also, like I said, we're focused on women, but we also welcome men who are trying to achieve the same thing. So every month every Saturday, we have technical sessions where we teach women technical skills in data analytics, power apps, and a lot of others. And every last Saturday of the month, we have this meeting that we call the inspirational session, where we invite women who are doing well in their career, who are trailblazers, to come tell us what are the things that they have done that has helped them to succeed in their career, so that we can also learn from them. So, like I said, we are focused on supporting women, but many times we also welcome men. We have male folks that we call our allies that also support us in all of the things that we do. You can just check us out on social media, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. We are Textilers, so that you can know more about us. And thank you for joining us, even though you didn't exactly know what it was about.
All right. I
Yeah,
think yeah, thank you so much, Cosmos. I think MJ wanted to say something. Jumoke, you want to? Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
we
hear you
can hear
now.
you.
Yes, yes, we can
Okay.
hear you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Madam Franca, for the session. I was going to respond to Rachel's question. So to you, Rachel, once again, I know that Foyin and Olayinka has buttressed on what Madam Franca said. I just wanted you to know. Now, for the path to success is not an easy one, and that's one of the things you must understand when you want to start your career or you want to go on a journey that you have embarked on already. Um, just like it is for you, every one of us, we all, when we were young, we said we want to become this in life, but we have to go through the process of even starting from kindergarten, going to nursery school, going to primary school, going to the university. All of those are processes in life. And then with those processes, they come with their different challenges, they come with um, the different experiences that they're going to present to you. And part of those experiences is what at the end of the day are going to be the anchor that you're going to hold on to while you go through your journey. So, how can you be focused? To your question, is taking note of each is a process at first. That's one thing you should take to mind. The journey to success is a process in life. Whatever you want to do, whether you want to achieve a career growth or you want to achieve you set out a career plan, it is a process in life. And each of those processes are going to come with the challenges they pose, and then those challenges are going to, at the end of the day, make up the experiences for you. What you need to do is to grab those experiences and learn it, because believe me, they're going to be useful in the next step that you're going to take. The experience you had yesterday is going to be useful for tomorrow. So keeping that is what will help you to do, or to be focused on the journey. And that will help you to know that at the end of the day, what you have set out to achieve, no matter the obstacle, that resiliency, that consistency, if you stick to it, is what is going to make you achieve it. And then, just like my sisters have already said, yes, you have mentors. leverage on the mentors, call on them, share even not only your success with them, even the failures, even those things that are challenges. Learn from the experiences of those people, get from them, and then those are things that keep you encouraged all the way. And then at the end of the day, you just find out that that thing that seems very difficult to you, or you can look back and you become like what we are all doing today, sharing our inspiration to each other. You become also an inspiration to another person coming after you, because you would have had ample experiences for you to share about how you remain focused on your journey. I hope this helps you. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, it does. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Before we round up finally, I just wanted to quickly run through
I think we had one more question, Yinka. I saw Emmanuel's hand up.
oh really?
Yes, Emmanuel, I think he has put it down.
Maybe that was by mistake, but it was a
Oh,
lovely session. Yeah.
okay.
I wanted to remind us of our tech deep dive sessions. These are the times every Saturday. Please let's endeavor to join our sessions on time. A lot of times I've seen can we see my screen?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
You can
So
see a
a lot
screen.
of times I've seen mentors have to come to the WhatsApp group to say they are waiting for the students to join the class. It's not fair that we will keep our mentors waiting. Please let's endeavor to always join our classes on time, mostly 10 a.m. and Power BI, which is at 6 p.m. So let's remember to join our classes on time and do our homework. And that brings us to the end of today's, well, the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for joining us. If Foyin has any final words before we go.
Nothing else than to say a big thank you to Mano. I know it's so very late, early hours at your end. So when you said, no, I'm going to do this, I was like, yay, women supporting women.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep
Thank you
after
so
this.
much.
It's 4:30 a.m. now.
Yeah, like it's so
Yeah.
like what was so
Wow,
grateful that you
4:30.
joined us.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so
And
I
I
I
didn't even
set
You
think you were
the
going to
came to
stay
the end.
true.
I did set up the alarm for 2:30 a.m. and 2:40, 2:53 a.m. But honestly, I couldn't sleep at all. It was going in my head, and I just straight away woke. I was awake actually.